back to gender roles because of what is expected of men and women in marriages. That has basically changed, because previously it was you're a wife, you're to be seen, not heard, you have kids in silence, take care of those kids, stay home, cook, clean. It was very simple, you know. It's as simple as mimi nienda huko nje nitafute nilete wewe uchunge watoto. Basically that is what it was. So when the dynamics of those genders changed, where me as a woman I can have kids and still go to work, then this thing that you think you're supposed to be doing, aujui anymore. What am I expected to do now as a man? Because now I am providing, but she's providing too. Then what is my role here? So I think what has happened is, while the dynamics of marriage has changed, people have not been graceful enough as human beings to change with those dynamics. We're still stuck ile patia. I am the provider. I am the one that has the final say, whatever I say. So when that is challenged, because I would just song at a time.
Which is actually true, because some experts have said men, when they lose their jobs or lose a certain important aspect of their lives, they are unable to bounce back or reinvent themselves to be stable in their lives. They lose control, which kind of agrees with what you're saying. Nonetheless, I insist there is need to empower the boy child. There is need.
The next question as a follow-up, or maybe like pointing that to the right direction, would be to ask, what are the steps that we should take? In what aspects of the boy child's life do they need empowerment? Do we need to be empowering these men? Because we can be saying, because basically ours inajulikana ni tutolewe jikoni tupelekwe job. Basically that is what it meant when empowerment for women came. So now when we talk about empowering the man, the boy child and everything, the one thing that we should do is understand, how does the man need empowerment? And those are very important questions, because how are you go kitchen basically?
It's true.
They've not been told your work is to stay home and bear children. So we need to understand ni parts gani za life, in what aspects do they need empowering, because that helps us to move in the right direction, instead of just saying we need to empower boy child. Boy child is neglected. Yes, absolutely. We do not disagree with that. But we need to sit down as a society. We can't all sit down, but you know what I mean. We need to sit down and ask ourselves, the man is saying they need this and this. Okay, so how can we help the man? And by that is what I think empowering for the boy child would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
That brings me to the next question.
Yes.
As we empower boy child, I am a Gen Z.
Yeah.
You are a Gen Z too.
I am millennial.
When millennial?
Millennial, bro.
Mini Gen Z.
All women here.
So there's this thing, because we are talking about marriage and relationships, the view of that we Gen Z have when it comes to marriage and relationships. What is our approach to it, and how do we see it in the future? I would say, I don't think, let me speak for myself. As a Gen Z, I feel like being in a marriage is being trapped. It feels like you're being trapped into something that is not good for your mentor.
You're being limited to
you're
something.
Being limited,
you're being put into
a box, and told you stay there until you die.
Till death do us part.
Till death do you part. So I feel that, I actually think that as Gen Zs, we might be the least number of people to have
marriages.
Yeah, moving forward. That's what I think. Basing on these things that are happening.
This studies and everything. Yeah. I think maybe I'm not a Gen Z, so it doesn't relate. But I think right now, I saw something that said, because Gen Z are very open to talk about things, they're ready to face challenges as they come. They're ready to just, be out there and say what needs to be said. They're going to have the best relationships. They're going to have the best marriages. Reason being, they're willing to talk about it. I don't know emotionally and psychologically how capable you guys are to be in relationships, but I think that part about talking about things and just being open about stuff would make marriages very easy for you people. For me, who is stuck between the traditional and the new, which is
wave of
it's very difficult for people in the late 20s, early 30s, because we have this notion of what marriage was to say, like from our parents, and then there is what marriage means right now. I wrote something on my sisters about vilifying stuff, like basically everything right now we see tunaweza usema ubaya wake, and marriage is at the top, relationship is at the top. We're saying, oh, relationships, toxic people, or people are playing games, or we don't even like each other that much. How are we getting married?
And the hookup culture. That is even. So the dynamic of marriage has changed a lot, and I don't know where I see marriage in the future. For me, I have not looked in the future, so I have not seen marriage. But
I'm living a day at a time.
Maybe I always ask, do people really understand the meaning of till death do us part?
No, but
because
I had
the way people would say it sounds like it's just you're just making promises for.
I heard a pastor, and this was very controversial because he was saying, by death, it doesn't mean you die. It could mean the death of your love. It could mean the death of the relationship. It could mean the death of the kind of agreement you guys have. Death does not necessarily mean, and I was like, yeah, makes sense.
If we look at it that way, then yes. I'm free. I feel free.
I feel like tomorrow you wake up, tulikuwa an agreement, it has died.
It has ended.
Death has
when is the contract ending? Today.
But I feel like marriage is something that it's at stake right now.
It is dwindling. The strength of marriage
in future.
In future itakuwa tu, come we stay, we can't do this.
We can't stay.
We part.
That's whiz.
Anyway, tell us what you think about this topic down below in our comment section. Like this video, subscribe, comment.
Oh, you've said.
Yes. And share with a friend or two. Otherwise, bye.